So far in the course, we've talked a lot about data warehouse basics. We've installed SQL Server and we've attached some sample databases. So now let's go out into SQL Server Management Studio and let's create our data warehouse database to hold our tables. And so what I'll do is I've installed SQL Server, verified that it was working okay. I'll click on Start, go to All Programs. I'll go into SQL Server 2012, and there you'll see SQL Server Management Studio. And then I'll just open this up. It'll take it just a minute to open, especially the first time that you open this after you install it. It'll take a few minutes. And while I'm here, let me take just a couple of seconds and show you a little gotcha that you may see when you install SQL Server 2012. Microsoft continues to chase security issues and be ever vigilant about security. And so it gets a little more difficult every time to actually get in there and connect to your SQL Server with every updated edition, it seems like. SQL Server 2012 certainly doesn't disappoint us there. So you notice it's going to ask if we want to log in. Notice it's asking for my server name. Now, if I will go out there, notice in the drop down, if I can't see mine or can't connect, I can browse for more and go out there. Sometimes if you just type your server name for your computer, okay, I'm going to connect here for now, and this will take me in. But if you can't get in right there, what you can do, and you'll know you're in when this thing comes in and starts to populate. Once all that pops in, you know you've connected. But I can go to Connect right here and choose Database Engine and then go right back out here and try again. So anyway, that can be somewhat of a challenge, but you can just go grab it. And you can also go out here and right click on Computer and go to Properties, and you can very easily see, for example, the name of your computer, and sometimes that will help you get connected up. Okay, so anyway, let's go out here and create a database. We're just going to do a very simple standard database creation. Notice we have our AdventureWorks 2012 and our AdventureWorks data warehouse. Well, we're going to create our own little data warehouse and populate it so you can see it, and then you can use these two, and we'll refer to them a little bit in the course here, as a reference point for kind of how we did it, how we could have done it differently, how you had done it if you were in charge, all those sorts of things. Okay, so to create a new database, we're just going to left click on the databases level folder, right click and choose new database, and this is going to pop up a wizard. Now for you hardcore Transact SQL people, you can do this using Transact SQL, but for the purposes of the course here, we'll just do it right here. So the database name, let's just call this VTC DW. That'll be the name of our data warehouse database. And the owner, we can choose default, or we can choose a particular person. And I'm going to go out here and grab the VTC SP administrator, which is me, and put that on there so I don't have any problems later on. And then notice right here, I can make this thing wider. The initial size for my warehouse is 3 megabytes. I'm going to change that to say 100 megabytes, and then I'll auto grow that in megabytes, and we'll do about 10 megabytes at a time. Up to unlimited, we'll go with that for now. Then you will notice this is where it's going to go. This MDF and LDF files will actually go out here in these locations that you see here, and then I can give it a file name, or I can let it generate one. Okay, and so that looks pretty good. I can go out to options, and notice I can set options on my database. The recovery model right now is on full. I can set that on simple. We're not going to do anything about backing up or doing a lot of stuff on this for now. And then if I want to work with file groups, I can do those there. Okay, so I'll hit OK now and let this thing chunk and hum just for a second. And just like that, you can see there is my VTC DW database. And if I look at tables, you'll notice there are some system tables and no file tables, none of mine out there yet. So at this point, we have created our database, the VTC DW, the VTC Data Warehouse Database, and we're ready now to come in here and start to create our dimension tables and our fact table, and then start to get into loading those. All right, so what we're going to do next is talk about creating our dimensions and our fact tables in separate videos, and so we'll start to see our data warehouse start to take shape here.